It smelled horrible. It smelled like somebody died in there, to be honest with you, when we first opened it up.
Trash bags full of decaying pot plants, and that's just the beginning of what turned up inside this Cape Coral house. A woman bought at auction. It's so bad she considers it unlivable. And tonight we're alerting you on how to keep it from happening to you. Hi, I'm Patrick Nolan. Amy's off tonight. It sounded like a good deal. A decent looking house on Southwest 3rd Avenue in Cape Coral up for auction. What the buyer didn't know was that she was buying a former marijuana grow house. 4 in Your Corner's Lisa Greenberg live at the house to show you how to protect yourself. Lisa?
Patrick, this might look like a pretty decent house on the outside, and it was bought for a good price, too. But a woman bought this house sight unseen, and just wait till you see what's going on behind this garage door.
Mike Lombardo of Old Glory Realty still remembers when his client first told him about this place.
She calls me up and she says, I bought a house on auction. Will you go look at it for me?
So he headed over to this little white house on Southwest 3rd Avenue in Cape Coral.
And we find a beautiful grow house inside.
Garbage bags filled with dirt and clippings from dead pot plants, chemicals, electrical wiring for the lamps.
Now, Lombardo's done his research, and he tells me this house has been set up perfectly for a grow operation. You can see the silvery walls behind me. Those are meant to reflect the light from the lamps, while the hydroponics equipment over here is supposed to accelerate the growth of the marijuana plants.
When he first saw all of this, he knew right what to do.
I immediately called the police. I was like terrified. I was like, oh my goodness, what is all this stuff?
Cape police reassured him they'd already busted this guy who had been living in the house. Jair Baluha Martinez was already in jail. So why is all of this stuff still here? I went into the house to find out, and I found this notice saying the bust was more than a year ago. So I checked with police and even got their report. They said they got what they needed for evidence and left the rest of this here. A total shocker to the new owner who hadn't seen inside the home when she bought it at auction.
She was, weeping when I sent her all the pictures of the inside the house.
Now she's stuck with the headache of changing it back from a pot operation to a livable home.
She's going to pay several $1,000s to have this place cleaned up.
And Lombardo says you can learn from his client's lesson. Don't buy at auction or anywhere without doing your homework first.
Buyer beware. That's really what it is. You have to protect yourself.
Now, the new owner tells me by email that she'll never buy a house at auction again, and she plans to resell this house once it gets fixed up. And the guys working out here on the house today tell me that they'll be able to get it back in tip-top shape in no time, and that you would never be able to tell what used to go on behind these closed doors. We're live in Cape Coral. Lisa Greenberg, Fox 4, in your corner.